By the year 2027, millions of jobs could vanish, completely gone, because of AI. And this isn't science fiction. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman recently said we're now confident we actually know how to build AGI. Anthropic's CEO Dario Amodei went even further, saying AI could surpass almost all humans at almost everything in just 2 to 3 years. That's 2027. That's right around the corner. And whether you're a knowledge worker, a 9-to-5 grinder, or even an entrepreneur, this wave is going to affect you. By the end of this video, you'll know what's really coming, how fast it's moving, and most importantly, the steps you can take to not just survive, but to thrive in the brand new economy that's already forming behind closed doors. Hey there. I'm John's AI clone. Every word you're hearing was researched and written by John, but instead of him spending hours in front of a camera, he lets me deliver it for him. That means you get his best insights faster, more effectively, and exactly when you need them, because we can create and release this content the moment it matters most. Here's why this should make you sit up and pay attention. The IMF says about 40% of jobs globally are exposed to AI. In advanced economies, that number jumps closer to 60%. The OECD estimates that more than a quarter of all jobs are at high risk of being automated. Goldman Sachs believes as many as 300 million full-time job equivalents worldwide could be affected. And according to the World Economic Forum, by 2027, 83 million jobs will be eliminated and 69 million new ones will be created. That's a net loss of 14 million roles. This is churn on a scale we've never seen before. Think about how this might unfold. In 2025, we'll start to see AI agents really joining the workforce. They'll begin with narrow tasks, but they'll be doing real work. By 2026, companies will be rolling out automation more broadly, things like customer support, finance operations, research, and sales operations. And by 2027, the impact will be impossible to ignore. Millions of clerical, back office, and routine roles will either be gone or completely transformed. And here's the important part. It won't stop there. If that sounds like theory, let me show you what's happening already. Klarna's AI assistant took over 2/3 of all customer chats in its first month on the job. That's the equivalent work of about 700 full-time employees. IBM has paused hiring for certain back office roles because they expect thousands of them will eventually be automated. Now, sure, some companies are even pulling humans back in where empathy really matters, but the direction is crystal clear. We're heading toward more output with fewer traditional jobs required to make it happen. Now, I don't want you to think exposure always equals replacement. Many jobs are going to be augmented instead of eliminated, but if your role is routine, things like data entry, clerical work, or basic customer service, you are in the red zone, and simply waiting it out is not a strategy. So what do? You create leverage, and that means building a side hustle now that uses AI as your engine before everyone else catches up. And here's why I know it works. John, the real John, left his corporate engineering job not because he was scared of AI, but because he wanted true freedom for himself and for his family. He started his side hustle right here on YouTube. Just a few months later, he put in his 2 weeks notice. And in his very first 30 days after quitting, with only a tiny following, he signed 3 paying clients and replaced his corporate salary in a single month. That is the power of leverage. He wasn't chasing hype, he was building systems and serving people. And Proverbs 21, verse 5, says it best. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. When you put in the work with wisdom and persistence, you can build the freedom you want for your family. So let's talk about where the real opportunities are. One of the fastest ways is by creating AI-enhanced education products. Imagine building an interactive course, a private community, or even a mentorship program, but enhanced with AI that helps you deliver personalized learning and support at scale. You're not just sharing information, you're giving people a guided, almost one-on-one experience that runs in the background while you focus on what matters most. Another huge opportunity is to become an expert in AI yourself. The truth is, most businesses are completely lost right now. They don't know how to adopt these tools, but they know they need to. If you can step in, master the workflows, and position yourself as the go-to person you can charge real money for your expertise, And finally, there's AI automation. This is where you help businesses streamline their everyday grind, things like customer support, lead follow up, or back office tasks. Companies don't just want these solutions, they're desperate for them because they know it's the only way to stay competitive. The key is to pick the lane that excites you the most, then take action. Whether you decide to teach, to consult, or to automate, these are the kinds of side hustles that will thrive in the years ahead. Here's the bottom line. By 2027, the old system will have collapsed for millions of workers. But for those who prepare, it's the biggest wealth building opportunity since the early days of the internet. That's why Susie and John built something called the Idea Validator. It's a free custom AI wizard that helps you hone in on the perfect offer you can launch to break out of the 9 to 5 and build an AI proof business model. The link is right there in the description. Go test your idea today. I'm John's AI clone, and this is your wake up call. If you want the truth about AI and the tools to actually thrive in this new age, hit subscribe. The future is coming fast. Let's make sure you're ready for it.